This is a resume review of an IT project manager. So IT is still a bit of in a slump, so it expects IT project managers to be so as well. They applied to about 120 and only got one interview, which is not great ratio, and let's see why. So what we're going to be looking for skill wise is PMP. Is not needed, but if you have this and you're doing a project manager position or you're applying for one, embolden that at the very top. Don't actually bold it. Just put it in your education as one of the top. People love PMP certs. It is a huge plus. So make sure that is quick. They want the ability that you have managed multiple projects on a deadline and under budget. They want to know that you have worked with in an agile environment with stakeholders or clients or customers. They want to know that you've known Office suites such as Excel, PDF, and Word. I know. You don't have to do too much. Just like briefly mention them. And then they really want to know how you had success, how you led to success. What was a problem that you solved? So since this is also IT, I wanted to add there's going to be some technical keywords that you need, but you don't need to go into crazy detail with them. So IT project managers and enterprise SaaS solutions. Also, this is a fake name. So SaaS solutions, skilled in leading cross-functional teams, deploying management teams, adapted, engaging stakeholders. You have some of the right words, but it's worthless here. And the reason is you don't tell us how you use them. If you do not tell how you use skills or qualifications, you don't want them. Skills, this is too much. So normally I don't like skills sections, but as this is an IT project manager, I think you could get away with just putting technical skills and then putting stuff like SharePoint and Jira and Agile, that kind of thing. But this entire first two halves of the resume right here are just absolutely not doing anything for you. Also, you submitted in a PDF, you submitted in a JPEG, and ATSs may not be able to read that. If it's not PDF, Word, or DocX, it may get tossed. So make sure you actually submit this with a PDF, because you submitted to me as a JPEG. See, Figma, yeah, this entire thing is useless. All right. Led the agile development on a family of safety-oriented solutions. Led the agile development on a family. I don't know if maybe that's like a technical thing. I don't know, but that doesn't make sense to me. Including food safety checklist inspections and audit tools. Okay, so led the agile development on family safety tool solutions would probably be how you want to reword that, including food safety checklists, inspections, and audit tools, trackers, as we play veggie testing. Cool. This is okay, but like I like that there's agile, but I want to do more. Like, how many projects did you lead? Right? You could just say led the agile development of a suite of family-oriented solutions, and you can list how many in an agile environment where I managed X or Y or something. Successfully issued releases to over 20 clients with more than 250 worldwide. Increased performance and optimized time current clients by. So this, what do you mean you optimize time requirements for client tasks? You mean you solve them? This is not a very good brag, which you do actually kind of want in these. And this should be one sentence, even if it's a run-on sentence. They should not have a period. Manage client relations in cases, analyze user data. I don't know if I need to go too much further. There is so much here, and it's not necessarily how I would like it to be written or what I need. So remember, what we're going to be doing is I want to see, do you have a PMP cert? No, that's okay. That's a nice to have. So here's how I would like to fix this is I need this to be a simpler sentence. Led the agile development. In fact, why led the agile? Led the development of X products that were involved with safety-oriented solutions, such as X and Y, in an agile environment, and that is a solid first sentence. Second sentence should be successfully released from inception, if that's true, to release, or from inception to release, like the way you're wording this is even confusing me. Successful, I don't even, okay, no, just released X and Y things from inception to product launch, there we go, which resulted in X and Y. Met with multiple clients and stakeholders to do X and Y. I mean, you may have to burn this entire resume and redo some of it, because like it's hard to read. Like, I don't think this is just me. but people can rage at me in the comments and hopefully they let me know. So yeah, you need to finish with your sentence structure. Okay, below this video, I'm going to have a link to my website where not only can you submit the resume again, but more importantly, in your case, how you should write a resume. There are 2 resumes I have. One is the format. The second is how that is going to look. And that is for a barista role. I am aware an IT project manager is far and away different than a barista, but how you write the resume is going to be the same. I want you to write it like that barista, because this is not a very good resume. You shouldn't have 120 to 1. So yeah, this is not great. I don't think I could, gosh, I don't know if I can move this forward or not. It's just hard to read. I'm gonna say maybe I could move this forward if the manager really, really cared more about like DevOps or something. But yeah, I don't think I can move this forward for most positions. So that's my review for this one, and let's go to the next resume. It's time to play Who's that software engineer? And the answer to this is, I don't know, we're gonna have to find out. So yeah, please let me know if what your tech stack you want to work in, and front end, back end, or full stack, because software engineer means I can't really do the prep work of finding the keywords and qualifications, and that is going to be radically different from Python to Docker to Python to Java to C to full stack. So what you're going to want is going to be very different. So let's see if I can't at least figure out if they're full stack, back end, front end, and what language. So they are a technical operations manager. Okay. That has nothing I need. Product. Okay, so Python. And then they used NumPy. Also, this person, I want to let everybody know, has 200 applications to one interview, which is not good, even in IT and tech. Truthfully, like I've said, it's 50 to 1. The market can be competitive enough that I'm like, even if it's like 60 to 1, depending on your niche, that's kind of okay, but 200 to 1 is not okay. So yeah, this doesn't help me at all. First half could probably just not even be there. Pricing, Python is solid, but I don't. How do you even track reducing manual effort by 90%? That is my problem with a lot of these, is like, even if it's true, it may not be correct or sound right, and you don't want the recruiter to not believe you. The fact is you use Python, which is good. Let's see, incorporated NumPy, that's good. That's not in a lot of them, but it is in the ones that it is in. It's beneficial to have in your resume. Leveraged, there it is. Leverage counter goes up to 1. We're in 1 leverage for this video. Please stop using leverage. You use leveraging in negotiation. Do not use leverage in your resume. Every time, I swear, there was a correlation between the usage of the word leverage and a bad resume. And this is not a good resume, and they use leverage. Stop using leverage. It's not good. I will say, to not completely rag on this, because your formatting is solid. I don't have a problem with your formatting. So your overall formatting, I think, is good. So your bullet points are not, and the bullet points are the star of your actual resume. So API is solid. HTML, CSS, I don't know. I'm gonna guess you're between full stack and back end, because it was Python primarily, so I'm gonna say full stack. But yeah, I don't have anything here. Look here, I see, like, right here, designed to sleek front end. I don't need to see fleek. Sleek, not fleek. You can just say designed a front end with JavaScript, HTML, CSS to deliver to improve user experience or something. This entire resume formatting is good. Utilized, I just say used, but you have not, like, barely any of the actual keywords. You need to really use the full stack keywords, okay? If you're going for that. TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Then the primary language, which in this case is going to be Python. Then following that, React, API, anything with SQL, and there's one more, and I'm forgetting it off the top of my head. CI/CD is good. So yeah, like, look at the previous video. That is the keywords you want if you're going into full stack. But I cannot tell. And if the recruiter cannot tell that you belong in the industry of the job posting, that's not a good sign. And again, I've taught recruiters how to teach IT. I've taught other recruiters IT recruiting. I have increased hires of IT, but still, I don't personally know it. And I don't even think the manager would want this because it's usually based on tech stack. So please, this is an absolute no for me. Your formatting is fine, but your bullet points need to be better. And, you know, if this is the only one you have in between March 2024 and present, the gap may even be better than this. But at least only make this like one line or something. Or alternatively, put just the software engineering and then projects or something. Because it's... Yeah, no, here, like, you could just have the software engineering intern and then have your projects. That's fine. So this is a no for me. And I think the fact that you're getting about 200 to 1 is why it's a no as well. But please, you need those keywords and qualifications. That is how you get a job. So let's go to the next video. All right, we're on to another software engineer. So again, we're playing What's That Software Engineer? So for any software engineer here that is submitting a resume, and in general, I want you to know that I need you to be as abundantly clear what type of software engineer you are. I want that to be screamed from the mountaintops. So it should just be like, I am full stack. So let's see what they are and see if I can get it. All right, bachelor's. Formatting is kind of fine here. Education. This is Ontario in Waterloo. I think that's Canadian. Again, US-based recruiter. Prototype and query build in React, Express, and SQL. SQL and React are good. Enable business teams to schedule business to streamline data, reducing data handling time by 50%. Cool. Maybe the manager will care for that. I may not. Mapped existing REST APIs to GraphQL. I need to search to how often people put GraphQL in the job descriptions, because not a lot, but I feel like there's a couple. But REST API is fine. Integrated advisory, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I assume since this is backend, you're maybe backend. You also have microservices, which is a keyword. Look, you need your primary language stack, all right? I don't know what this is. I need to be able to tell. I want that to slap me in the face with how obvious your tech stack is. That needs to be abundantly clear, all right? Because I don't know what you are. I may be backend because you did backend for the interns. I know technically as a new college grad, you have probably a broad knowledge of a lot of things, but you need to pick which type you're going into. TypeScript and React. Okay, so maybe this is full stack. I have no idea. Could not move this forward. This. Oh, here we go. JavaScript, TypeScript, Go, Ruby, Python. Probably full stack. All this stuff needs to be in the bullet points. If it is down here or up at the top here, it doesn't count if it's not in the bullet points. So I can't move you forward with this because the IT is super crowded and I would have to dig deep into this. Also, stop bolding it. This is not what we want to see in bolding. Do not bold. So I cannot move forward with this resume. I am sorry. Please resubmit with the actual keywords and qualifications you will be, needing. You can look in the most job descriptions for full stack. You can check out the last video, which was Oops All Full Stack, but I don't know what you are. I'm assuming and I'm guessing that I have to dig. If a recruiter has to dig to find out, that is a bad sign. It needs to be blatantly and blindingly obvious. So I'm not trying to just, ruin your good time over here, but I want you to get jobs because I know it's really rough. And truthfully, the hardest job search I think you will ever have is as a fresh grad. That is one of the toughest job searches in general. Once you get those 2 years in, it's a lot better. So please take the advice. Please resubmit it. I want you to have the best shot you can at getting a job. This is a full stack software engineer resume, and they have 60 applications to 1 interview, which isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I actually think that's kind of my minimum for how it should be. Because IT's in a bad market. If it was a better market, that number would go down, but it's not terrible. It could be better though. So I'm expecting to see some stuff that I like and some stuff that I think we can change to reduce the difficulty of getting an interview. So, full stack, again, TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, SQL, React API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, any extra languages you may have. Okay. There we go. So, worked closely with cross-functional, solid. manufacturing systems team to interface with Java-based machine control software. Okay, that's solid. I would have liked a little bit more of the tech stack, but I don't think that's bad. Created monitoring dashboards using React to visualize production metrics. That's solid. Improving team reporting efficiency by 20%. I guess that's okay. Develop Node.js scripts to automate daily production data from the machine logs. Built internal tools using HTML and CSS to format and standardize technical. Collaborated with home routine troubleshooting software. Okay. This bullet point isn't needed right here. And this obviously is a junior systems developer, which is not a full stack developer, but I feel like you could have a little bit more, right? I need a little bit more JavaScript. I need a little bit more HTML, CSS, TypeScript. Just like worked closely with cross-functional manufacturing systems in an X, Y, and Z environment. Also, do not be afraid to have your bullet points be longer than a line. Although this bullet point is not good. This is not relevant for the software full stack. So let's look at the actual full stack. Collaborated with, I don't like the word collaborated with, truthfully, but with agile development team. Just say worked with the agile development team to maintain payment processing, serving monthly users. Viz needs to have the tech stack. Implemented responsive UI components using React.js and Tailwind. Solid. I know this is dumb. I know Tailwind CSS is a part of CSS, but I don't see a lot of places actually look for Tailwind specifically. So you may want to just leave it as CSS. But UX built. This one's solid. I like this. Integrated AI, that's fine. Led in a team initiative to. Okay, so here's a couple of things that I want to know about this. I need a little bit more of your keywords in the first one. I actually think your bullet points in the second job are very good. I need a bit more of the keywords up top. Don't be afraid to just put in 3 or 4 keywords to be like, worked in an X, Y, and Z environment. That's fine. That is a solid sentence. I need a little bit TypeScript. A lot of full stack is TypeScript. A lot. Not necessarily all, but a lot of JDs are, which is job descriptions. I like this. I mean, truthfully, the first one, I know it's not full stack position, but I can definitely see that if they get past this one and they look at this, they're going to be moving you forward. I think we need a little bit more of the keywords in the first one if possible, or maybe a shorter description in this, but also you shouldn't have this on here. And now I'm looking at this too. If you've been in a position for less than 3 months, or around 3 months, it's a little bit of a red flag to put it on a resume. Internships don't count. Internships are expected in 3 months. That's fine. Internships can be 3 months. Some contract things can be 3 months. But specifically for this, if it's less than 3 months, I wouldn't put it in. And right now at the time of this video, we're closing in on that. I know it's almost a little bit more than 3 months. Ish, not really, but like, I don't know if you need this, right? Because this isn't relevant primarily to full stack development, and B, you haven't been there for a while, so you might even safely be able to remove this from your resume, maybe. But if not, and you choose to keep it on here, I need more keywords in it, because otherwise it's kind of wasted space. But if they get here, it's solid. I don't have a lot of notes for this besides you need your tech stack here and you need your tech stack up top. So more tech stack. Bottom one is like 90% fine. Your formatting is fine. You just need to add it. Overall, I can definitely see why people are moving you forward, but I want to give you the best chance you can, and hopefully we can reduce it from 60 to 1 to maybe like 40 to 1 or 30 to 1. So that's a review of this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back tomorrow, or if it's a Friday, I'll be back Monday. And, make sure to join me on my live stream while I give help live to people. I like doing it. I like helping people. Thank you very much for watching. Could not do what I do without people, helping me out and sending me the resumes. So, bye, y'all. Awkward ending scene.